Tonight, Sydney gets pounded by a powerful storm. Right now, suburbs are without power and hail is causing havoc, and we're live right in the middle of it. The Supreme Court backs the ICAC in its battle with prosecutor Margaret Cunneen, a ruling that could have saved the corruption watchdog. A moment of sheer madness at Marrickville Station, the schoolboy fight that could have ended in disaster. The twin tragedies at the Melbourne Cup raise serious questions about animal cruelty as an autopsy reveals what killed the race favourite. And the final tributes for Gough Whitlam from those who knew him best.
You would go to the barricades with such a man.
A grateful nation says thanks for a lifetime of service.
This is 10 Eyewitness News with Sandra Sully.
Good evening. A giant storm cell is sitting on top of the city right now after causing all sorts of pain in our west for the past few hours. It rolled in over the mountains just after 3 o'clock, dumping heavy rain and hail right across the Sydney basin. Powerful winds also tore across the suburbs, cutting power to at least 17,000 homes. Andrew Denny is at the airport for us tonight. Andrew, it looks like a mess out there.
Well, Sandra, in the past few minutes, this storm cell has moved on from Bascot, but it did cause delays to flights simply because of the large amount of lightning that we had in the area. That meant that baggage handlers weren't allowed out onto the tarmac to load and unload planes. And of course, as you can imagine, that meant things here backed up quite significantly. Further west, though, that's where the full force of this storm system was felt. It rolled off the Blue Mountains and struck places like Penrith and southwest Sydney first. We saw hail the size of 10 and 20 cent pieces, flash flooding, and of course lots of lightning. One bolt struck a medical centre at Campbelltown, others struck homes and businesses and hit trees across Greater Western Sydney, and SES crews are now out in the field tending to jobs like downed trees and leaking roofs. Andrew, any reports of injuries? Anyone hurt? Well, Sandra, just in the past few minutes we are getting reports of a primary school teacher at Oran Park. She was nearby to a lightning bolt when it struck. That was at a Catholic primary school, and she is now being treated by paramedics. Otherwise, there's simply been a lot of damage across the area. The road and rail systems are both affected, and delays are being advised to both of those. Flash flooding, there are reports of that coming through. We are getting pictures coming in now of rain that's hit a shopping complex at St Mary's and flooded shops there. This is what one of the store owners had to say a short moment ago.
So we had a massive storm and we had water coming through the back door and the side door, and now we're just trying to sweep it all out.
Now, the Bureau of Meteorology has advised that this severe weather warning is now over. The danger, of course, now is these winds that are still kicking about. They did hit 109 kilometres an hour in some parts this afternoon, and the problem with that, of course, is they can be very dangerous and bring down trees and branches without warning. Sandra?
OK, Andrew, thank you. The ICAC has won a crucial fight that allows it to continue operating in the shadows and in secret to expose corruption. Top prosecutor Margaret Cunneen tried to force it to reveal why it's investigating her and even who dobbed her in. But in the end, the Supreme Court wasn't having a bar of it. Melinda Nusafora reports.
The Independent Commission Against Corruption has relied heavily on whistleblowers, exposing a whole